Subject seems docile. Seems to have a particularly dangerous diet, though, of the opponent's hand. It's very, intimidating. I dare say it could be quite dangerous for the health of the game. I'll continue to do further experiments to see the threat level of this creature. You got water on the floor! Send maintenance. I'm not turning the air conditioner up for this nonsense. Just a real quick reminder, guys, if you enjoyed the little skit and it made you laugh, do me a solid and go check out my Teespring in the links below, and you can buy yourself a t-shirt to support the channel. This will go to decks, better equipment, that kind of thing. So do me that solid. You can get a Spank Me Harder Konami t-shirt or I'm Konami t-shirt for your friends, so you guys can make jokes together when we can finally go to events. And back to the video. Oh, I'm never gonna get that mess cleaned up, and maintenance takes forever to get here. Hey, what's up, guys? I am Ben10000YGO. I'm your friendly neighborhood Yu-Gi-Oh superhero, and you're probably wondering what the heck is with the lab coat. Because a lot of you are new, and I haven't done this series in a long time. So in case you don't know what this whole series is, if you see the lab coat, it has something to do with my series called Testing Your Deck. So basically what this is I take decks I see from the Team FDK Facebook group or my personal Facebook group, the Legion of Yu-Gi-Oh! Superheroes, and with the hashtag Testing Your Deck, and I will take the deck and I will put it here, and we will see how it works, and I'll give my opinions on the deck. So this is kind of a way I get to interact with you, the audience, and yeah. And of course, I get to put on the lab coat and feel like I'm an intelligent individual. So, I get to play doctor with your deck. Somebody's gonna be grossed out by that joke. Anyway, guys, if you're new to the series, the way I do things is particularly like my usual deck profiles. It's just this one's an audience deck instead of one that I built, and basically, we're new. We have the conversation in the front. I'll throw the replay footage, and at the end, we will talk about the deck, and I'll give my opinions on it. So, let's go check out that replay footage. Alright, there you have it, guys. Alright, as you guys are pretty sure are familiar, you saw a few of the replays will look a little different from my usual gameplay. Usually, I try to skip the losses or when especially when it's just not entertaining. But I decided to leave them in because it was kind of like I'm showcasing another person's deck. So I felt like it was more important to leave it in and kind of give you guys a more open spectrum about it. Truth is, also, I have no idea exactly how to pilot this variant of water. This is not how I normally play. And I have not experimented with the the deep sea cards, as I'm sure you guys probably noticed by the replays. So I may not be the best pilot for this because I haven't had time to mess with them. So that's one reason why I left them in there, is because, and plus this is a deck when I do testing your deck, I'm testing your deck. I'm not allowed, personally, I don't really allow myself to make a whole lot of changes to it. So one of the things that I did change is the extra deck. He didn't provide me with one. So, by the way, if you guys are wondering who it was, this came from fellow small creator, Invoked 101. So, Cyrus, here's your shout out. You're welcome. So we did the new Merlantian or water, deck, and I added an extra deck. I just threw in some water extra deck monsters that I thought were interesting, and then we played with them. I had no idea what I was doing. I'm pretty sure that's not the extra deck that Invoked wanted me to use, but since he didn't provide one with his, he just showed the main deck, so I built the main deck, and then I played with it as it was presented to me. And I gotta tell you guys, it can be a little janky. Especially this, I'm not saying that the water in and of itself is janky, but I'm just saying like this seemed a little janky to me. Also, like I said, I'm not the most familiar with the deep sea cards. I haven't had a chance to really play with them, and it's not how I play the Mermail, the water deck. So that might change. I just haven't had the time to really give it the attention I think the deck deserves. So I'm just going to talk about my experience playing Cyrus's water deck, and I gotta say, like I said, I don't think that I'm the right pilot for his particular deck. It also wasn't particularly fun for me because, as you guys probably saw, there was a handful of rage quits. There was a lot more of those that I just didn't bother to show you guys because I'm like, how many rage quits? Like, even when I didn't draw good, people get mad at you if you take away cards from their hand and that's all you did. Like, there was one game, I didn't even set up a board. I literally took 2 cards away and ended my turn. And the guy left. So, yeah, people get frustrated. Like, and I don't know, I'm not sure that guy couldn't have made a comeback play, or maybe he just didn't want to try. I don't know. But people will rage quit if you take away their hand, and then that's all you do. I'm sure that a more experienced Mermail Atlantean player, especially somebody who has tested with the deep sea stuff, would see all the mistakes I was probably making in those plays and set up much more dangerous boards. And I'm sure Cyrus has a competent extra deck to go with his Merlantian water deck. I just don't, because he didn't present it. I had to just throw some water in there and, kind of make basic water plays. I gotta say, I think that I could build something decent with water if I had the time to dedicate to it. I just don't have the time right now to dedicate to this particular deep sea Atlantean Mermail water deck. I'm sure there's somebody who will come up with an acronym for it later. I think they just call it water, but you get the point. I know that the water deck is a powerful and good deck. I've seen it do like basically FDKs by hand looping, and then on top of that, taking away the opponent's hand, they also do things like the needle fiber combos and set up a board of negates. It's disgusting. I'm just saying that he didn't present that extra deck, so I don't know if that was what he wanted me to do, and so I didn't do it. I went full basic, and I'm not impressed. That is, but like I said, if Cyrus had provided an extra deck, maybe that would have provided with me some more insight to look into it. I think that, I'm sure Cyrus will probably have the water deck on his channel at some point, and it'll probably be better built or more put together. Or something to that effect. I just haven't done it. But, hey, if you guys want to check out Invoked 101's channel, I'll have a link for it somewhere. You guys definitely should check out his channel. He does some really great content, and Cyrus is actually a really good guy. I'm just always just worked with what he gave me, and yeah, I think that the extra deck I needed to be more fleshed out, and I think that the pilot needed to have a little bit longer to work with it than I had the time to allot to give to it. So that's what I think about it. I think everybody who is interested in the water deck, though, be sure you can go ahead, take this as a template, make your own changes, work with it, figure out what I was messing up on, and go ahead and do that. If you think you can make the water deck broken, even further than it is, by all means, go for it. Just, be prepared. You will get rage quits if you take an entire hand away. I got rage quits, and all I did was take 2 away and stop. So, I'll leave that with you guys. Anyway, guys, if you're new to the Ben 10,000 YGO channel and you like testing your deck and you'd like to be a part of it, make sure you check out my Facebook group, the Legion of Yu-Gi-Oh! Superheroes. I sometimes will ask about it in Team FTK, but it's primarily my personal Facebook group that I'll be doing this with. So make sure that you come check it out. Leave a deck profile up there, and if you want to maybe see it featured on here, use the hashtag testing your deck, and I'll find it, and that's how I'll do this from now on. Links to everything will be in the description below, and yeah, I'm Ben 10,000 YGO, your friendly neighborhood Yu-Gi-Oh! Superhero. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.